Peace and love, family. It's your brother Isaiah dropping in again with another video for all the conscious brothers and sisters in the conscious community keeping the struggle, because we know it's through the struggle that we grow. Also, I like to say that it is in fact a slow process for progress, and that the race is not to the swift, it's to those that can remain dutiful. So stay in this thing for the long haul. Y'all already know my videos, they never constitute legal advice. I'm not a legal counsel. I'm not an attorney. Just your brother sharing with you education, information about my walks and travels throughout my journey called life. I like to extend these honors to you, because when you honor man and you honor woman, you most definitely honoring yourself. Let me give our adoration and acknowledgement to Allah, the head, the temple of my life, and extend that same love, courtesy, and acknowledgement to all his messengers and prophets. Peace to all of you, beloved brothers and sisters in grand rising, to the chosen woke ones. How y'all doing? Me, constantly unfolding in this womb of these two different worlds, taking everything in steps, stages, and degrees. I just wanted to make this real quick video. I just got to tell you, man, you know I'm in the A. I'm coming to the A. All right, I got a seminar that I'm doing in the A. I advise you to be there. If you want to get the right information, the correct information, so you can start doing the things that you desire to do, then you need to come out to the seminar. See, it ain't so much about you getting information, it's about you getting the right information and how to make that information applicable to your life so that you can benefit from it. It's a lot of information out here being taught, but you want to make sure that you're getting the right, proper understanding of the information. You want to be amongst people that's getting remedy. You want to be amongst a collective classroom of individuals that's sharing their remedies, sharing the processes that they're learning, and being able to study together to gain more and a better understanding of the information. Let me show you. See, this is why I ride, right? That's how the brother ride. You see how the brother ride? I'm a more. You know, when we ride like we supposed to. We don't ride on all that state stuff, and we don't do none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people talk that talk, but they don't walk that walk. But, you know, when you dealing with somebody that's actually walking in a fulfillment of his destiny, doing what he was born to do, and walking in those shoes, then and if he's qualified himself to be where he's at, you should follow that man. You should follow that man, especially if he's teaching you right. Now, let me drop something on you. Well, hold up for a minute, y'all. Give me a minute. I got to take care of this real quick, and I'll be right back. Just sit still for a second. All right, I'm back. So like I was saying, you know, when you're dealing with somebody that's qualified to teach you, it's best to take heed to the information, and, you know, do your best to learn as much as you possibly can. I got a Social Security webinar coming up too, where I'm gonna be going into some things, breaking down some things concerning the Social Security, how the Social Security Administration and all this stuff applies and how it all tie in. I think I'm gonna do a discount on the price. I might do it for the webinar. I might drop it down to like maybe 75 or $100 to get into the webinar. Try to make it more affordable for people that can't afford it, because the information I'm gonna be going over, man, is critical. It's critical that you understand what the Social Security Administration is and how it plays and how it ties in. I'm gonna be exposing some stuff that I know ain't nobody, because I figured some stuff out, man. You know, I took some time and I did some research, and I came up on top, you know. So it is what it is, you know. I got bank accounts where I'm actually using the accounts and they zeroing out all the purchases. What you mean? I mean, every time I can go buy something right now, it'd be $3,000. And by the end of the day, when they zero out their books, they zero out my account too. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm getting the insurance coverage that I'm supposed to get. I keep telling y'all that the banks is only required to insure with the FDIC insurance depending on the category of ownership. Now, see, you don't understand what that means, and you haven't caught up on what that really means yet. So when you start realizing that, you know, you have to really learn your agreements. I was talking to a person earlier. We was talking about what was it? I think it was a installment agreement And, I put out many different things. I put out the holder in due course rule. Nobody can really hold a consumer credit agreement without being subject to the claims and defenses that the consumer can bring against the one holding the account. Deceptive co-signer practices, where they're not providing you with the knowledge of the fact that your legal name is a registered business. And because your legal name is a registered business, anybody doing business with you must inform you of your co-signer practices, must tell you that you're signing on behalf of an entity, but they never do that. Instead, they levy you as if you were the person. And that's a deceptive co-signer practice, the two forms of rescission. Now, I want to say this, right? Like, I can't stress it enough. Y'all better come out to this Atlanta seminar, man. I'm talking about, you don't want to miss it, because I'm going to be dropping some information that I know you're going to want. Now, I'm going to say this, right? Now, when you're dealing with when you're dealing with these people in these accounts, right? It's very important that you understand that, what type of account you're working with, right? I can give you this much, right? And this is some of the information I'm gonna be covering. But just to make it simplistic for you, right? Right? Everybody got a legal name, right? But everybody don't understand what it is. Your legal name is your first business. I'm gonna say it again for those that still don't get it. Your legal government name is your first business. That's the first business that you receive. Matter of fact, it's your master account. All your business transactions have to be done through your master account, because that's the authorized account for you to do authorized transactions. Now, let me explain this to you real quick, right? So being that your Social Security account is your master account, right? Anybody that you're doing business with is subject to any rights or claims that you have against them concerning that account. See, what you got to realize is these people are not just holding. See, we think they just holding our T-Mobile account. We call and say, I own a T-Mobile account and you owe me money and I gave you something and I ain't got paid yet and blue, 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 blue. You talk to you blue in the face because you still don't understand the transaction. You got to understand, man, you got debtors and creditors. You know what I'm saying? You got a debtor. Usually the debtor is the T-Mobile account principal. Let me say that. Usually the debtor is the T-Mobile account principal and the creditor is the one that's holding that account. Now let me say that one more time for those who couldn't catch what I just said. So usually the debtor is the one holding the installment loan agreement and the creditor is the one who account that agreement is held in. So the creditor holds the credit account and the debtor holds the debtor agreement. Usually the debtor agreement is deposited into the creditor's account, but the creditor don't realize he got a goddamn account. He don't even realize what's going on. So he end up broke, no money, no nothing, because he don't understand his agreement. Matter of fact, he don't even understand he's a creditor. He keep on thinking that the debtor's agreement is his account, when the debtor got his own debit account and the creditor got his own Social Security credit account. So if I'm dealing with a debtor and we in an agreement together and I got a security in the account and the debtor is the one receiving the security and I'm going to hold his security in my account, now hold up. Now you got to come to the seminar to get the rest. See what I'm saying? If you want to know more about what I'm talking about, then you need to sign up, because you're going to miss out on some very, very, very great information. And I can guarantee you that it ain't a lot of people that's teaching what I'm teaching right now, because you have to qualify yourself to gain this kind of understanding, to gain this type of wisdom in order to exercise what I'm exercising, to be able to make it plain for you, to where it makes so much sense you can't even deny, you can't even, it drive you crazy. You be running around all day trying to figure out what Brother Hazel was talking about, because it makes so much sense. But I just wanted to say that, man. Hey, look, do yourself a great favor and sign yourself up for the webinar and sign yourself up for the Atlanta seminar so you don't miss none of the great information I'm going to be dropping. And in my Atlanta seminar, I'm actually be going over my step-by-step process. I usually said that I'd never do it. I never show it. But because of situations, I decided that in this Atlanta seminar, I'm going to actually be showing my documents. what Brother Isaiah has used, how I draw up my documents from scratch, how I make my negotiable instruments from scratch, how I do my promissory notes from scratch, how I do my notices of claim, proofs of claim, how I even file my UCCs and everything. I'm going to be showing step by step what Brother Isaiah does in order to get my remedies. So if you want to know what I'm doing and you want to get these correct processes, the forms and the information and the lingo that I use, you make sure you sign up. And with that said, man, I'm going to leave y'all like I always do in love, truth, peace, freedom, justice, and equality for us all. Make sure you sign up. Don't miss it, man. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. Salute to all my real ones.